Today's podcast is brought to you in part by Sarson Funds, Real, Clear, Crypto, and General Provision.
Your daily game plan for success. It's Sachs in the Morning. Steve Sachs.
Hi, Steve Sachs here with Sachs in the Morning. And as you all know, March is Women's History Month. And what I'd like to do is I would like to talk about the most inspirational woman in my life, not even close. And that's my mother, Nancy Jane Colombani, who became Nancy Jane Sachs. The mom in the family is definitely the most important job. When you talk about jobs in this country, the most important job is the mom, forming those characteristics of those young kids and setting standards and somebody to look up to. Man, I'll tell you what, the mother is the most important job in this country. I really believe that. My mom was the greatest mother ever. My dad called her the Italian princess. There was something always really, really innocent about my mom. Smart and just salt of the earth type of a person. I urge you to go on our Instagram site, Sachs in the Morning, and check out some of the pictures of my mom. When I say she was stunning, my mother was absolutely drop dead stunning. And you can look for yourself and see some of the pictures of her when she was younger. She was just absolutely gorgeous. So my mom was beautiful inside and out. I want to tell you a couple things about her which really shaped the character of not only myself but my siblings as well. You know what? When I was 3 years old, I became afflicted with pneumonia and nearly died. As a matter of fact, I think I did pass on to the other side for a while. I've never really talked about this much openly, but I remember seeing my dad carrying me in the blankets and rushing me into the hospital because I had a temperature of 105. But I remember one thing. When I was in the hospital, I remember very, very distinctly. Penicillin, they said, saved my life. I know one thing that really saved me is when my mom used to walk into that hospital and see me, and her smile absolutely lit up a room. I think that's the medicine I needed to save me because I looked so forward to seeing my mom come and see me. I know it sounds corny, but I can tell you that that was the best medicine I ever had was my mom walking through that door. I still remember that. Another thing I can tell you about is the relationship with my mom and my dad. You see, my dad was a really tough German dude, toughest guy I ever saw. But when it came to the relationship and the issues with my mother, this guy was like a jelly donut. And he just idolized, openly gushed about his love and affection for my mother. And why not? I mean, he was smart to do it. And, you know, he supposedly was the spokesman of the family. But he so relied heavily on what my mom did and what my mom said. And really, when you talk about him as a spokesman of the family, I don't know. I don't know about that. He might have been talking it, but my mom was delivering it. And that's the way she was. She was a very wise and very wonderful person. When I got drafted by the Dodgers, the scout came to the house to sign me. And for some reason, my brother, who was 2 years ahead of me and setting records up and down the state at Cosumnes River College, wasn't drafted. And we couldn't figure out why he wasn't drafted. And so when the scout came to the house to sign me, you should have seen my mother rip into this scout. She says, I don't know what's wrong with you guys. My other son, David, is better than Steven, and I can't believe you had signed him. What the heck is wrong with you guys? My mom just turned this big, tough baseball scout into one of the babbling Fuller Brushmen from Des Moines, Iowa.
Well, really, Mrs. Sachs, we hadn't seen David play that much, and frankly, we just thought that we'd sign Steven.
And she goes, you don't know what you're doing. So anyway, 2 days later, there's a knock on my door. My brother's there. I open the door, and I said, what are you doing here? And he said, well, Mom got on that scout so bad after you left that she forced this guy, Ronnie King, to take my brother to a tryout camp. My brother impressed him on the spot, and the guy did sign him on the spot. My brother wound up playing 15 years of professional baseball. So I ask you, who was the real professor about judging talent? Was it this Dodger scout? Or was it Nancy Jane? And I think Nancy Jane Colombani wins this one. And that's my short for today. If you like what you heard, give us a positive review, subscribe, and share. Also, don't forget to go to our website at sachsinthemorning.com if you want to get into the swag store. Hit the shop button, and believe me, it's all there for you. Hats, mugs, tumblers, V-necks, visors, you name it. Go take advantage of the swag store at saxinthemorning.com. Today's podcast was brought to you by General Provision and Sarson Funds. Sarson Funds, real, clear crypto. One of the more popular financial investments in the market today is cryptocurrency and blockchain. You've heard a lot about it. Bitcoin and others make the news on a regular basis. But it's a new currency and a new process that many of us don't really know or understand, and that's where Sarson Funds come in. They build your confidence with knowledge of the investment. They're a leading educator for financial advisors and consumers. I know. I personally have investments with Sarson. They have a passion for cryptocurrency with a team that boasts a wealth of knowledge in the industry. More importantly, they have the resources to help us, you and me, learn about this new and exciting investment opportunity, like Cryptocurrency 101. It's yours by simply visiting the website and clicking on Education and Marketing. If you want to learn more, if you're looking to get a high-level Wall Street grade understanding of cryptocurrency and blockchain, visit sarsonfunds.com. They've helped me understand why this is a great investment tool and to better understand what it's all about. Sarson Funds, real, clear, crypto.